One thing about ultra, what it teaches you is the mental game is much more important than the physical one in a lot of regards. I just made the decision to really take all the mistakes and turn that into really valuable things that I would use in my upcoming race. So traditionally the Kodiak 100 is a loop course around Big Bear Lake, and it's 100 miles in distance. This year, with the line fire, it was essentially up in the air.
Now to some other breaking news. National Guard troops have been deployed to help fight the line fire in San Bernardino National Forest.
There is concern this morning that the fire could begin to spread towards Big Bear Valley.
You know, it was about a month before the race was set that we got a pretty muddy email saying basically, we don't know if it's going to happen. We're working with authorities. We'll let you know. When you train for 8 months for something and it's all you've kind of focused on physically and mentally, to get that email can be pretty shaking. Fast forward to literally a week before the race, we get an email that the race is on, but they're changing the course.
Let's see what yeah, this is important. So this is called Tailwind. It's like a carb powder.
Another part of trail running is in dialing in kind of the science behind when you're going to refuel, when you're going to rest, and all these things.
The reason I wouldn't drink a lot of protein before that is because it will really slow me down if I do too much.
And so part of my week leading up to the race, not only just like mentally preparing and physically preparing, was preparing my crew for the new course.
I first learned about 100-mile races from my cousin Blake. Yeah, I literally had no idea that anybody ran for that amount of time or that amount of miles.
We are on our way to Big Bear. Blakey is running 100 miles this weekend. We are part of the crew.
When Blake told me that he needed a crew, I was so excited, and I got my husband involved.
Running hills.
I don't know if excited's the right word, but like I thought it was like a cool thing for somebody to do. The crew was me, my wife Ellen, and Blake's parents, Blake and Linda. I knew basically nothing going into the crew meeting, and I figured we would just learn like whatever was necessary for us to help out.
15 seconds. They call you into the chute about 10 minutes before it starts. And then they start talking very seriously about how they're going to see you in a little over a day. Anxiety starts to creep in. And how do you prepare to start such a long endeavor? Like, there's no one good answer to do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You know, the first probably 10 miles, you're just trying to find your pace. You're trying to feel your legs out. Being a mountain race, there's a lot more climbing. We climbed about 13,000 feet. That doesn't include like the decline. So if you double that, that's essentially like the up and down we're doing. And what happens typically is like you'll find people of your similar pace. And so it starts to thin out in terms of the amount of people that are around. Out of the chute, I was able to see my mom and dad and like give them a high five. And then I knew I wouldn't see them for 40 more miles.
It's 2:45. He's already been running for an hour and 45 minutes. We'll see him around 9 tonight. 9 to 11 is when he thinks he will hit his first crewed aid station. So that's where Big Dog, Louie, myself, and Bri will be there.
About mile 40 was my first crewed aid station. Honestly, the first 30 miles of the race were extremely fun. We were just running these loops to the same aid station. You start to know some of the people. There was a section between those 3 loops to the first crewed aid station. And I was honestly just trying to get through that because I was really excited to see my crew. I could see everyone, I could hear the cowbells, but it just took a lot longer than I thought to get there.
Woo! Come on, come on! Woo! Woohoo! Come on!
The first stop was a little chaotic.
Hi, good
Thanks for coming.
Blake came in like, he was cool, he was chill, he was just like, good to see you guys, you know.
Want your blanket on you?
Yeah.
And everybody was like scrambling to put the bottles back in his vest and what do you need, you know, sit down here. And he was just kind of like, guys, chill, like, I'm doing good.
Yeah, everything's going really well. I feel good. Legs are really good.
Feet are
My
clean.
nutrition's good.
Obviously now I understand that like people DNF for all sorts of reasons and there's no really truly knowing that you're gonna finish, but he seemed pretty confident.
Okay, guys, thank you. Yeah. I'll see you.
Love you.
I'll see you early in the morning.
Yes.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you. Thank you, guys.
Go for it, Blakey.
Great shirts.
Stay safe. Love you. Good job.
I'll
You
help
want any
out.
quesadilla on the road?
Oh, yeah, I do. Thanks.
Okay.
I wanted to be efficient just because it was still early and I wanted to stay ahead of the time. At that point it was dark and it was starting to get cold, but my spirits were really, really high. My biggest piece of advice coming out of that aid station was just for the crew to calm down and that I was feeling really good and they had nothing to worry about.
We had a loose schedule that Blake had put together.
My stomach just dropped. I feel like we need to like just go.
We looked at the tracker and he was ahead of his projected schedule.
Getting to Aspen Glen 6 miles in, an hour and a half. I'm calling you, I see your hand. These are dude wipes.
I'm not.
They're not only for your dude parts, they're for all common parts of humans.
Okay, do you only have one pack?
There's 48. So if
Okay,
I have
I'll bring extra
if I have
ones,
6
too.
aid stations, that's one, that's
I'll have a
6.
backup pack
And
just
then
in
there's
case.
42 more.
I know.
Okay.
But
With
we
the
might
low?
need wipes too.
With a low?
There's 42 more.
All right, we are on our way to Big Bear. Bri is driving. I am riding shotgun and getting prepped because Brian just farted. It smells. Oh my god. Anyway, now I'm completely distracted. But yeah, we are heading up to Big Bear. There's traffic, but we're gonna make it. I literally can't focus. It smells so bad.
Cut.